Hey, how's it going? I am Anthopants. I'm going to be going over Streets of Rage 4 soundtrack. So far, they've released about 5 or 6 tracks. And what I want to do, because people have kind of requested, like, why don't you talk about the soundtrack? Why don't you talk about the tracks that have been out so far? But what I want to do is actually be playing while listening to the soundtrack. For me, what's important is the music in the background should be enhancing my playing rather than distracting or throwing me off. Anyone who's played something like Sonic and been in the water level understands this. Once that your, about to drown music starts, it really throws your gameplay off. You start rushing. But that's the intention of that track. You don't want that necessarily in your beat 'em up when you're just playing through a level, for something to be throwing your gameplay off. You want it enhancing your gameplay. There is a glitch in Streets of Rage 2 that when you're going from one scene to the next, you can hit start and act the glitch, then it eliminates the music in the next scene, once you begin the next scene. This doesn't work in every scene, so despite the fact that maybe I do get the glitch, the music will start no matter what. So I'm limited in which scenes I can use, but I think there's enough here to work with, to be playing the Streets of Rage 4 tracks over while I'm listening to it, to get a sense of how well does this soundtrack help and enhance my playing. Let's get into it. Okay, so our first track here is by Oliver Deriviere. He's French. I'm sure it's a lot more flowy than that, but since I speak American English, I like just barking everything out. Funky HQ, Funky Headquarters here from Streets of Rage 4. So Oliver is the head composer for this. So far, I do like his tracks when I'm listening to it, but let's see what happens when I actually start playing. This glitch is pretty specific. I think it's frame perfect. I got to do it right at the scene transition. It might take me a couple tries. Hopefully I'll do it first try. Let's get her done. Nope. 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 Gosh, it's so stinking specific. Oh my gosh, this is gonna drive me crazy. Got it! I got it! Alright, let me make sure I got it. Yes, we got it. We're in it. We're in it. Okay, I really like that track. I love the way it sounds. I like how funky it is. When it comes to gameplay, it works perfectly. Nothing got messed up. Max is the hardest character to do punch spamming with. When I was punch spamming those 2 big bends at the end, that's very difficult to do with Max. Didn't throw my timing off at all. Really, I think it kind of enhanced my gameplay. Yeah, I really like that track. That's the first track. I'm feeling really good about this guy being the main composer, because that felt really good while playing. First track, thumbs up, works perfectly. Nice job, Oliver. Okay, we're going to go into the second song, Das Mortal, next of kin, Showdown. This is level 8, we're going to 8 elevator. Very difficult section, but we'll see how well it plays here. Got it. Oh my gosh, I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared! That track as well. I dig it. I can play pretty good on it. I wish I was a little bit I wish I had everything where I should have had it so I could hit play on the track when I first started, but that it didn't seem to bother me too much. I got through the 8 elevator no death, which is really difficult to do. Yeah, didn't mess me up. Plays pretty good. It's a little faster than this game plays, but Streets of Rage 4 is going to play faster than Streets of Rage 2, so yeah, I think it's that track, if they have it going during one of the levels, it's going to work really well for people. First 2 tracks, I'm digging, so nice job Oliver, nice job Das. Yeah, just going to keep barking those names out. Okay, third track, another one from Oliver, head composer, and because you're head composer, that's why we're going level 5. So this section is, this whole scene that I'm going to be going into is going to be extremely difficult. Let's see if we get the glitch. Oh, first try, total fail. Failed the second try. I got it. Here we go. really painful to play with this. Wrong level for that track. Let's try it on a different level. Okay, I really like listening to this track, just like on its own. I like listening to it. I really don't like playing to it, and I can't get a good flow to this track. I don't know where they're going to use it in Streets of Rage 4, so this isn't like an indication that it's necessarily like a bad track for gameplay-wise. Because Streets 4 might have just it's going to have a different rhythm to it than this game does. But that being said, this track does throw me off. It's distracting. I love listening to it. I just don't like playing it. If I am playing Streets of Rage 2 and I'm throwing on Streets of Rage 4 tracks just like in the background, I'm probably going to skip this track in the background. So we've got Groundy Slava. Okay, and this is Overflow. 4th track, 4 out of 5. Let's see how this one does. We're on level 5. We're going to be going into the boat section. Let's get her done. I got it. Yeah, that track just doesn't, it just doesn't work for me. I like the first two. I love the third one just listening to it, but the third one doesn't seem to work when I'm playing. The fourth one, which is this one right here, just doesn't work when I'm listening to it and doesn't work when I'm playing either. Let's move on. Okay, so here's our last track. It's Motohiro Kawashima. This should sound familiar, along with Yuzo Koshiro. This is one of the halves of the people who did the Streets of Rage 2 soundtrack, the game that I'm playing right now. So high hopes. We got high hopes for this one. I'm back on level 4. We'll see how this plays. Got it. That was good. It's a little bit rough though. There's a lot going on in it, and I find it kind of distracting. I'll see what it plays like in Streets 4. This is, obviously this isn't 100% accurate. Here's my final opinion. This song, so by Oliver Deriviere, Funky HQ, is awesome. I love listening to it. I love the way it sounds. I love playing to it too. It works like, I don't know why it works perfectly with Streets of Rage 2, but it does. It just works really well when I'm playing Streets of Rage 2. Das Mortal's next of kin Showdown works really good with Streets of Rage 2 as well. So this doesn't necessarily mean that, maybe these two tracks won't work well with 4, and the other ones will work really well with 4. I don't know. But this is my way of doing gameplay and experimenting with the tracks and seeing how they flow. I really like this track. I like listening to it. I like playing with it. This track by Oliver Akira, I love listening to it. I don't like playing to it. Groundislava Overflow, I don't really care to listen to it, and I don't like playing to it either. It's this one's just kind of a miss for me. Yeah, Motohiro Kawashima, DJ k-washi. I kind of don't care to listen to it. It's okay, but I don't necessarily care too much to listen to it, and I don't like playing to it. Yeah, like I said, this is not a good test for how well stuff's going to be playing on Streets of Rage 4, but it is just my way of kind of testing the tracks out and seeing with what we have so far with the tracks and what we have so far gameplay wise. This is my way of testing the tracks out and seeing what I think of them. I am Anthopants later on.